And welcome back. In the travels across Jotunheim, you have met some interesting characters, most of which who joined you in your quest.
And only 2 have died. So far.
As you've been traveling west, you've come across creatures that have been pouring out from these tears in reality and space, enjoying a brief but very necessary rest at the village of Thiad. Acquired more animal friends to join you along the road. And recently have just departed from Thiad with the information from Icafan that he gathered about a particular flower that grows on a mountain just northwest of here, just above the village of Helchel. So you depart in the morning, the sun beaming down. The sky's mostly cloudy, but you just get this nice diffused blanket as the snow kind of whips around. Even though it's cold, you feel cozy, content, and ready to get back on the trail, heading west. You were given the directions to Helchel, and the path itself is fairly easy to navigate for a little while, for about half a day or so. As you get into that mid-afternoon time, the trees start to kind of thicken a little bit more, and the trail becomes a little harder to perceive.
How are we walking?
I'm bringing up the front.
Well, we have a goat and some mothcats.
I forgot about the goat.
Is that we
Goat
have to
screaming?
Please.
Intermittently,
Oh, of course. So there
just
we
from time to time. Just early in the day, there was definitely a point where he's just and while he's doing that, you actually hear Icafan just kind of singing along, just on the road again, can't wait to be on the road again.
So is he singing along with the goat, or is the goat just screaming for the sake of screaming?
Do you ask him? Or are you just trying to figure it out?
I'm gonna roll an insight.
Go for it.
Why not? It's gonna be 23.
You get a distinct sense that Icafan and Wayne, as he's given his name, the goat, kind of bonded a bit over some of their time hanging with Thiad, and he's definitely doing a little a cappella karaoke road tripping.
Oh dear. It's like I cast silence.
You said Wayne.
Wayne the goat.
Wayne the goat.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, goat.
Are the mothcats making any noise? The 12 dozen the dozen mothcats we got. Is it 12? Right?
I believe there's 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
I forget the
Are
exact
they
number.
are they obedient to the point where they're like walking in a line, or is she having to like?
They're
No, you get over
flittering.
here.
Are they
No, you get over
herding?
here.
They're flittering. I just went, and they all started flittering, and they flitter behind me.
Yeah, they kind of do this, almost like how chickens fly. So they like kind of flutter for a few yards and then walk a bit and then flutter a little and then walk a bit.
I've got a couple sitting on me,
Oh my god.
which I'm small, so
Just-
kinda.
They're not large creatures either, but they definitely take up like the full size of your head, at least, while perched. So you get these big puffy mothcats on either shoulder at any given time.
I am more than willing to carry also multiple of them.
If
They
they land on you,
graciously accept the
Yeah.
invitation for rides from anyone who.
I have 2
Says that's
horns.
okay.
I have 2 shoulders.
they're just
I was gonna
sitting on
say,
you.
Just perched.
I got that canvas to make like a little like cat carrier for the goat. Remember?
So you just do a strap
Yeah, and
Strap
then
with a
just like
couple of
little
bags.
like cat beds. So
Like a
they're just
mothcat
kind of,
baby
like,
Bjorn?
Yeah,
Like
basically.
little pouches.
like a baby.
Yeah. Well, you ever see those like
Slingshot.
llamas that carry their baby llamas
Uh-huh.
in like side sacks?
Yeah.
So it's like that, but with moth cats and a goat.
No, I'm not partaking in the mothcat hysteria.
Totally fine.
We all should just adopt one moth cat.
Don't give her ideas.
No.
We are selling these for money.
They're my mothcats. I'll sell them if I want them.
I guess you have a point. I'm taking the lead. I would suggest.
The road is fairly wide. Like the path that
Okay.
you are on is easily 20, 25 feet across.
So we're able to walk the breast.
Yeah, you can walk in a group. You can walk staggered. You can however you
didn't
guys
know.
feel comfortable.
Perfect. I didn't know if we needed to be like single file or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, it's not a. I mean, this is roadways and paths that are designed for giants and the carts of
A
giant
cart,
size to traverse.
So we're okay.
So we're like a little smart car going
Yeah.
on. Like,
Yeah, it's like walking across like an interstate or something. You got some room to spread out if you so desire.
We're the smart car.
I'm going to keep a lookout for any monsters. You said it's like what, midday, like early morning?
When you left, it was morning. By the time you get to an area where the forested portions start to encroach a little bit more, the path narrows down to about 10 feet wide, and at that point, it's probably like early to mid-afternoon, around 2-ish.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out for something to fight.
Sure. keep an eye out. Make a perception check.
Making a perception check.
just fight all the wildlife along the way.
Well, I'm not saying that.
There's a deer. Come here.
What do you mean, you people? 7. My passive perception is 13. Let's just go with that one.
So every so often you think you catch something out of the corner of your eye, and it's like a bunny or a deer far off in the distance that heard you all coming because of Wayne, and had just kind of like run to keep their distance. So Wayne is providing a lot of alert for anything that may get too close.
I have a new weapon. I want to test it out.
What's the weather like? I mean, I know it was kind of
Yeah. It's Jotunheim. It's cold.
duh, but I mean,
Throughout the day, while you were on the more open road, you can feel the winds really whipping across. As you've gotten more into the forest, the winds have died down a little bit more. It does rustle the trees from above, so you still get some of that very, very ambient types of snowfall here and there. And it's chilly, but it's not biting cold.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I forgot what her name is. The blacksmith. Was she able to make my hammer look cool?
Tanith did the best with what she had available, but it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. The braiding and the straps that reinforce the handle to the bulk head of this behemoth looks pretty badass.
Okay.
Simple but strong, just like you.
Yeah. So basically right now at all times I have the hammer, a maul, and a shield on my back.
Okay. You're gonna Deadpool style like Chris
Yes.
Rock?
But probably have the head of the hammer and stuff like down, facing
Yeah,
down, not
handles
facing up. That seems dangerous.
Yeah. Helps with your posture.
Yeah,
Keeps you
keeps your back straight.
yeah. Fantastic.
Does it sit on your back?
They like strap. So the hammer strap across the back, and then the shield like
Aren't you a four-legged creature?
No, I'm a two-legged creature.
He's bipedal. Have you thought he's been on a horse? this
Yeah, have you
entire
thought I was
time?
been on all fours like this whole time?
Minotaur, not centaur.
I'm a minotaur.
Minotaur, not centaur. Centaur is horse boy. He's got two. He stands on his two legs.
I thought you were a full-on cow body.
No.
I mean, like I said, I would consider it more like the minotaurs from like the Chronicles of Narnia, more than like the Cretan minotaur, which is just cow head, man body. But in the Chronicles of Narnia, they're like full on, like basically just
Covered in
anthropomorphized
fur.
cow.
Yeah,
But he stands like.
I am bipedal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have a tail, right?
Yes, I have a tail.
Aw.
Did you go see Doctor Strange: Multiverse? So when they're fighting at the
Well, I mean, I can picture
Comage.
it now, but
Yeah.
I had
there's
the
a-
picture
yeah,
of
there's a
full
character of
cow
that.
body.
Just a talking cow.
behind you.
That's just been chilling out.
I mean,
Now I kind of wish I've just been a talking cow.
I was gonna say.
I mean, if you ever
How
want
did
to
you expect me to swing a hammer if I had
with his mouth?
I ain't
or
got
something?
no hands.
as the afternoon presses on, and you're looking around, trying to find something. You're ready. You're refreshed. You're still the fur's getting a little bit more matted now, but you're still kind of puffy.
I've got the blood of the Scots in me, and I'll give them what for.
You do see that they're off to like the east side of the road. There is like a partial clearing. You catch the sight of like a ruined stone wall.
Okay.
Maybe a couple dozen yards. It's just enough that you can see through. You guys have been walking for a while. Seems as good as any to take a break and grab a snack. See if Wayne needs to have a breather.
Do goat things.
Be a goat.
Do large goat things. Yeah. Let's, yeah, I'll point it out. Be like, we should take a break over there. It looks, cozy?
Okay.
So as you get there and you get a little closer, you see that there's a few ruined structures, the remnants of what could have been either a small, not a temporary camp, but a small refugee type thing. There's just ruined walls. I mean, there's no main structure left. This is maybe about chest high at the highest points. You see a couple of them have like snow drifts packed up into one side just from the way the winds whip around. You see some tracks and downed branches from trees.
Tracks, you say? How fresh do these tracks look?
Make either an investigation or survival check.
Can I use my advantage for tracking with this or no?
Yes.
Okay.
All out. For a survival check?
Yes. 16?
With the 16, you immediately note the tracks. You go up, you start mapping them out, checking it, and they're fresh enough that they haven't been disturbed. But maybe it's been at least a day, maybe two, since the tracks were made. There are 3 different types of animal tracks that you see here. Small tracks like squirrel, some kind of forested rodent that darts back and forth. You see the hooves of like an elk or moose, and you see bear tracks.
Okay. And they all look like they were kind of in the same...
Not necessarily not that they were in here all at the same time, but they were all in this area at some point within the last, 2 days.
Okay. I'm going to point out how fresh, how long has this camp been ruined? Or is it, freshly...
The ruins themselves seem like they've been here for quite a while.
Okay.
The stones themselves are like weathered down, almost indistinct from just piled rocks. Other than the fact that you can see that they're very clearly laid out in a foundational pattern.
We don't really I want to fight something, but I'm not gonna go after a bear for the sake of going after a bear. Unless it's a werebear. Is it a werebear?
Let's hope it's not a werebear.
Maybe even a what bear?
Blue bear, a wide bear.
Werebears.
When?
Hard to tell. Not really sure.
No, I don't want to. I want to investigate the ruins, or somebody else should investigate these ruins. I will say suggestively.
Yeah, is everybody wants to do a
Hey,
perimeter
somebody
check?
should check out what's in these ruins.
I can investigate.
I'll investigate too, but I'm not gonna.
Sure. Have a little stroll around.
Investigate.
14.
Oh.
5. Perfect.
15.
I see nothing.
How'd you beat me?
I rolled a base 15. I get +0.
Oh, I rolled a 6. Or a 8.
Negative 1.
So within walking around, safe and barrack, you notice that the bear tracks do kind of lead into an area of underbrush that, when you get near it, you notice there is a descending hole into the ground. It does not look like it was made by a bear. It looks more like it had been dug out at some point.
So not a natural occurring.
Not a naturally occurring hole
Bear
or one that's been just dug. It does look slightly overgrown. I'd say with both of you rolling that, you would find that there is another one not too far from that hole, very similar, off to one of the other sides of the larger structure.
I want to go dungeon crawling.
I want to go dungeon crawling. Hey, do you two want to go look at these holes?
Okay.
That's a loaded question. But yes.
And then maybe we can ask if Thiad to stay out with the goat and not bring the screaming goat into the hole.
Yeah, he's done with that.
Okay.
It seems like Wayne would have to really squeeze to get down into this one.
Go ahead.
The rest of you could fit. It's just,
A little stupid.
just a little crunch.
Not me.
Not you at all.
So are these giant-sized ruins, walls? Because if they come up to our waists,
They're easily chest to shoulder high at the highest point of what you can see in the ruins, but you could tell that the size of the base of them, these were pretty big. These were some kind of shelter.
all right,
At some point, but they have long since been demolished and abandoned.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
and nature has started to kind of reclaim this
The snow and ice.
area.
Gotcha. That's what I was trying
And
to
some
get.
trees.
Yeah, I was trying
bushes.
to get at. I was having a hard time. Got it.
But do you want to go first?
Of course, I want to go first.
All right, I'm gonna pop dancing lights on his horns.
Oh, I was dead ass about to cast light on my horns.
Now you have light
Well,
and
yeah.
some funky
So
colors.
light allows your
So this-
horns to be illuminated,
Mm.
whereas dancing lights just kind of
The disco
like-
effect.
Yeah,
like little rave balls.
All right, let's do this.
You're like your little portable torch.
Yeah.
Of the two holes that you've found, there's one that's like the one that you see the bear tracks go to. There's the hole that the bear tracks lead into, and then there's the one that was like off to the side a little bit more around the corner. Which one do you want to go in?
I'm thinking the bear one.
It's the closest.
Barrick this was a very quick decision for him. He was kind of already making his way down when he asked everybody else if they wanted to go. But it was more of like a, hey, look at this hole. Anybody want to go exploring? Because he's like, he's there.
Into the bear hole you go.
Yeah, I just couldn't bear wait any longer.
Oh my god.
I
I do like that.
can't help it. When I play D&D, sometimes I just have to bear it all for the camera.
It's like dad jokes, but worse.
Barrick is very barrel chested.
It's even in my name, Barrick.
Alright.
So we're coming. Okay, I see
Then
what we're
you
doing.
descend down into as the light casts through, you see that this was a pretty like roughly made but well enough made structure that leads down into the earth. You descend 5, 10, 20 feet on a slope, and you can smell just this funk of like wet animal and rotting carcasses, urine. It is unbearable.
We'll get past the cinch. You just have to bear with us.
After you make it about 80 feet or so, the tunnel opens up into a fairly decent-sized room. And this is where the stench really starts to just burn the nostrils. Need everyone down there to make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
You just add your proficiency bonus, right?
Yes. If you're proficient.
Damn it.
Well, your saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so 16.
9.
6.
Fantastic.
Oh wait. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're good. Barrick and Zayd, you're familiar with the stench of the wilds being out and about and wandering for as much time as you have. And you live for it. Amrix and Picus, you are not used to this at all. It is harsh. It is potent and pungent, and you feel so nauseated by this that if you stay down here, you will be under like the intoxicated effect. It's
Really stings the
very,
nostrils.
very unpleasant.
Could I take some of the rags and like herbal medicine I got from the first Goliath camp and
Sure.
kind of dump some on there? It's like
Yeah,
I'd be like, put this under your nose, it'll make it better.
sure.
See if that helps at all. like kind of like a Vicks rub.
Yeah.
I'd rather smell Vicks than piss.
Yeah, so I hand that over to him. But here's menthol.
Ooh, menthol.
I don't know if it helps or not. But.
It's better. It's almost like when you just do a quick little spray of air freshener. Like, it still smells gross, but it's also got that other layer of less bad, but it's still not great.
We like to call that citrus.
There you go. So you're able to maintain yourselves a little bit, and every once in a while you feel yourself just. Ugh.
You know, everything's great down here. So I'm assuming that we see like a bunch of bones and
Yeah, there's a large pile of like shed fur and in one corner, and just some like roughage branches and twigs and things that is definitely a little bit. And then in one of the other corners is just bones, and you can smell like that's where some of that rotting flesh smell comes from.
do we hear if there is like the bear down here? Do we hear any animal noises?
Can you make a perception?
I can attempt a perception check. 15.
As you're standing around in the room taking all of this in, acclimating to the environment, you're looking around, you're listening, you hear the sounds of soft retching behind you, of Picus and Amrix, but you do not hear anything bear-like.
Okay.
What you do notice is that there are two more branches from this room, other than the one that you entered from. There's one directly across from you, and there's one like slightly to the left.
Okay. I'm going to. I want you guys to stay in this area, and I'm going to explore down the one directly ahead of us.
Okay.
If I yell, come running.
Okay.
Unless I say leave, then run the other way. But I'm going to explore down the path ahead of us. Oh, but if I do that, then it takes away the light source, doesn't it?
Don't worry, I can see in the dark.
Yeah, you can.
Can halflings see in the dark, Pike?
Do you have dark vision?
I don't think so.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
because I don't either.
I will.
I
Well,
can.
you have dancing light. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I can just take
so
them off and just.
yeah.
put
you
them
can
on someone
move
else.
them to wherever you need.
Yeah.
They just float. And then you have the light
Yeah,
on
I
your
have light on my
phone,
ones,
so
so-
you're able to head down the far passageway. It doesn't take you very long to get the very, very distinct impression that this is the worst smell that you have ever smelled in your life. It smells like a sun-baked porta potty
Okay.
at the end of a festival.
Oh,
Like, it is,
like not day 1. We're talking like day 5.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's at like 30 feet into this tunnel.
Okay. So, is it safe to assume that this is just the bathroom? Okay.
It is indeed.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of bear shit.
Yeah. I mean, typically, does a bear shit in the woods? Well, unless he's out of tunnel. That's fine. I'll back
Sometimes,
out.
You know, when they hibernate,
Yeah.
every once in a while.
I'll back out and I'll just be like,
Yep.
now that one will put hair on your chest. let's go this way. let's go down the other tunnel.
This one much easier to see for any of you if you're standing anywhere in like the center-ish of this den. It's a fairly short tunnel that just kind of juts off a little bit after about 20 feet, and you can see it's partially caved in. There's a lot of like rubble buildup in it that wouldn't take too long to dig out. Make a perception check. Any of you.
12.
Wow.
13.
13.
Yeah, do we see anything on the walls other than having them just be crude constructions?
They look pretty bare. You do see like there's like claw marks, but that's about it.
From seeing the size of like the bones of the things that this thing is eating, and can we like kind of get a feel for how big this bear is?
With the amount of bones and stuff that you find down there, you see it's a wide variety of everything from medium to very large animal bones. Some of them look vaguely humanoid but much larger. Giant bones.
Took a giant out.
So like a scale of like red panda to like Kodiak, where beyond Kodiak.
Bigger than Kodiak. If they're eating giants, dude.
True, but sometimes bears scavenge.
It's a hefty bear.
Well, it's okay. So it's substantially
Best
sized.
you can tell with the space allotted in the chamber itself, and being where you are in the world, everything's big here.
Yeah.
It's like
So
Texas,
like he
everything's
fits
bigger.
down these tunnels, but like barely. Okay.
Indeed.
I'll see myself out. So I will make that announcement to everybody of just for total transparency. This is a big bear. Like, imagine.
How big is he?
Imagine like your mom, but so imagine like a bear, if you would, but like twice the size. Like think of the biggest bear that you've ever seen or can think of, and then think bigger.
So are we clearing the path to keep going? or-
I am putting that to a vote. I know what I want to do. I want to know what you guys want to do.
So one is a dead end, and the other is just there's rubble that we can clear out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Rubble.
Y'all can do it. I can't lift anything, so
I can't lift any of these boulders.
I am not strong.
They are boulders of various sizes.
I will pick up the smallest boulder.
I just wanted to prepare everybody because not only is this going to be a big bear, but like we are in this big bear's house.
So, for all purposes, the big bear could be stuck and we're freeing him. This would be where it'd be beneficial if we had Icafan to talk to the bear. However, he's babysitting Wayne. However, yeah. I say go for it. Why
I'm
not?
going to start clearing rubble.
Sure.
Yeah, clear all the rubble.
Okay.
Rubble. I clear as much rubble as I can because I'm still holding my axe. Because
That's fine. In the process, it takes you a little while as you're going through, and again, these aren't like boulders of large size. This is very clearly like rubble. It's rocks. I mean,
Yeah.
the biggest one is maybe like that big. There's just a lot of it. So it takes you maybe 15, 20 minutes, kind of like passing them out and just chucking them off into the corner, into the den.
Behind us.
Yeah, kind of out into the room. You see that this path leads into a much larger chamber. It's completely dark in there. You can see just a bit off of your light. You hear kind of a guttural groaning sound. This like
Well, that's comforting.
and
Do we all hear the?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it almost like reverberates off the walls
Okay.
in this room, and at the edge of the light, emerging from the darkness, you see withered, decaying flesh. This like large form. There's no legs. It just glides slowly out from the darkness. There's a glint off of a hazy, jaundiced eye in the center of it, as you see these small tendrils and ligaments reaching out from this large, round, corporeal mass. I need you all to roll initiative.
What the fuck?
As this creature looms forward towards you, you are all standing kind of just inside the corner of this room. Light covers maybe that upper quarter that you're in. Barrick, you're up first.
Of course I am. So the first thing I'm going to do is, as a bonus action, cast Shield of Faith upon myself.
Fantastic.
And then I am... I can't cast any more spells.
Yeah,
Oh wait.
he's
Oh,
pretty, isn't he?
Oh my god.
Oh, you sent a picture?
Oh lord.
Well,
Hey there, big fella.
Gaze upon the whole
That thing. Nice.
Yeah.
In my notes I went, this is a big fucking bear, and then edit, this is definitely not a bear.
Definitely not a bear. Does not look bear-like in the least.
I mean, barely. Yeah, so... large eyeball is very...
Big central eyeball, large round body, all these like tendrily appendages. Some of them have eyes at the end of them. Some of them look like they're limp and useless. They're all over the place, and it's just...
Wow.
So I'm going to...
as it's like drifting towards you.
take one of my throwing hammers and just whip it, aim for the eyeball.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be 14.
Does not hit.
What?
That's what I was afraid
So
of.
as you whip your hammer, the creature itself seems to almost like it like belches a little and shifts upwards as the hammer flies just underneath it.
Okay. I'm going to exclaim out loud, I regret this!
You hear clink in the distance.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's...
And now it starts to come back.
Yeah, so I
Down.
shield out, hammer out, and just get ready. because that was my attack action. Whereas a throwing hammer, is that a bonus action?
You already used
I already used
You
the bonus
used the
action,
bonus
so I had to
action,
use it as my attack. So
Yep.
yeah,
There you go.
that's it for me.
That's it.
That was the first time throwing a hammer didn't
Eric,
work.
this thing does this little like belch and starts to like drift back down again towards you guys. What are you doing?
Well, obviously Fortis is going to make an appearance with my battle axe. I'm gonna just swing at it as hard as I can.
Did it come within range, or did you have to run up to it?
That's what I'm saying. Is it?
You'll have to close the gap a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's maybe about like 15 feet from you.
All right. Yeah. So we're
15,
gonna
20.
we'll run up and I'm going to. If I hit, I'm going to divine smite it because I get a. Is it undead or fiend?
Yes.
Because then I get a plus 1d8 along with the 2d8s of extra radiant
Fantastic.
damage.
So go ahead and make that attack with your axe.
Oh, good lord!
As
Please
the-
be with
the-
me.
As you hear that clank, you're just like swinging in with it. Fuck.
And that would be an 11.
When you're rushing up and your foot catches on like a stray rock, you slip and lose your balance with the swing.
Oh,
and-
wait a minute. Sorry.
Mhm.
15.
15 hits.
Sorry. Looked at the wrong thing. 15. Sorry.
15 hits. You're able to balance yourself a little bit. It was a small pebble, not enough to derail you, and you can correct your swing mid-air, and you contact just underneath where its eye sits, almost like an upward cut, as you feel the blade of your axe sink into the flesh. There's a sogginess to it, almost like a wet,
Gross.
and where you would expect blood to pour out, none does.
Oh, gross.
But a couple small chunks of ribboned flesh.
That's why it
Fall on
stinks.
your feet.
That's why it stinks in here. All right. So I need to roll damage.
Roll the damage.
So that's 3d8s then,
Yes.
Yeah, for
Or-
divine smite.
because I get
plus
one.
your weapon damage plus your strength.
Plus, if this is an undead creature, it would be theoretically.
So
In theory.
14, 18, 21.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I have 2 attacks.
Then.
So we're gonna come back at him and hopefully do better.
You can only divine smite on one attack.
Yeah, I can only do one divine
You only
smite.
get it once,
Yeah.
once per turn, but. Whoa, channeling that in though. Clutch.
And that's a 16.
As you go to pull the axe out, it shifts down a little bit with you as it's almost like stuck a little. And you come back and you give it another whack. It hits. You hear that wet, sick splitting of rotted flesh. This is out. Being up in front of it now, you see these like long, jagged teeth. So like some of them are missing. They're stained, and the smell on its breath is that of just like decayed. Yeah, like motor oil. Just
Zombie balloon.
Stale grossness.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah, undead balloon, gross. And that was only 3. Womp
That's
womp.
okay.
Or
You just-
actually, sorry,
You
6.
flat it.
3 plus 3. So
Yeah. Wonderful.
and then I shield up.
Just brace.
Yep, because I know it's coming.
Oh yeah. And its turn
It's
is
pissed
now
off.
upon.
Get that guard action.
being as close to it as you are, it will now try to bite you. As pull your axe out from that second one, it lunges down. It's a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You feel the teeth sink into some of the cracks in your armor.
How is it only that? What armor are you wearing?
14 points of piercing damage as it crunches down onto your shoulder. You feel a couple of the teeth get like right up into the side of your neck. Picus. You see this thing almost instinctually do a bob and weave, come down and chomp onto Amrix.
Alright, I'm gonna take a javelin. Throw it through its eye. 15.
15 hits. So, as it goes to bite down and it's clamped onto Amrix's shoulder, you see that moment, that brief, fleeting moment. It's still. You can zone in and you can strike as it sinks the javelin all the way. Like half of it maybe is sticking out. This javelin is deep into this very large eyeball.
9.
You would also get to roll your sneak attack damage because it is within 5 feet of your ally. Nice. Anything else? Move, bonus action.
I'm gonna. Am I able to do a cantrip, or is that not considered a bonus?
If it's listed as the casting time of bonus action, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'm backed by Zeke, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Barrick is like just in front of you. Amrix is maybe 15 feet in front of that. You and Zaith are kind of next to each other, almost in the corner, like just outside of the hallway that you came out from.
Okay, I'm gonna hide behind Zeke.
Sure.
Because you have played wheel plus your
Good,
shield.
make a stealth check.
Nice. I billow up my cloak a little bit.
Zaith, you're up.
Alright, so I am going to do two things. I'm going to cast Mind Whip, but I'm going to empower it with a rune. So the War Rune. So
Okay.
you need to make intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. 6.
Alright, that's 14, so you failed it.
Yeah.
So I do 3d6 damage, psychic
Alright.
damage, if that means anything. So I do.
It might. You don't know.
I have no idea.
You'll find out.
Alright, so I do. What is that? 10, 12 points of psychic damage. And then also, on its next turn, it can only do a move, action, or bonus action. Only gets one of them.
Okay.
And then with the War Rune, it makes it so any creature within 30 feet of it gets +2 to their attack rolls. Because that's what it does. It buffs it.
nice.
So now you have +2 to any rolled attack you take against it until the end of my next turn.
And that's just a general.
It's just
area.
36 diameter around it. So,
Amazing.
as long as you're within 30
all of
feet.
us.
I would hope
So
so.
all
yeah.
of us now.
Yeah, so creatures within 30
Yeah.
feet
Pretty much.
until my next turn gain bonus. Yeah, so they gain +2 bonus to their attack rolls.
Hell
So.
yeah.
That's what I do. So I just kind of like, whoosh.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So it can only move, attack, or bonus action,
Yep.
and we all get a +2 to it. And I will stay where I'm at, with Picus behind me.
Got it. Brings us back to the top of the round with Barrick.
Well, I saw Amrix run in at this thing, and I cannot be showed up, so...
Yeah, Emmerich got a good couple hits on there.
Yeah. So I only get 1 hit per turn, so...
It's okay.
Oh, and it can't take a reaction until it's end of my next turn. Sorry.
So, I am going to come in, hammer swinging, axe side. And I'm going to roll an at 20.
It's been so long.
Cause that's just a solid nat 20.
Yeah, it is.
So
Good gravy. Okay.
So I need a D12.
Huh?
No, D10. Pardon me.
D10.
D12 is what's the axe. That's gonna be 24 slashing damage,
Okay.
and then upon a successful hit, I am going to hammering horns.
Okay.
And I get the +2 to the attack roll.
Yes.
Well, or is hammering horns a contested strength?
I believe that's an athletics check.
Yeah, it'd be whenever you roll to attack it, so your first roll you get a +2. Since you had a nat 20, it doesn't really matter. That's why I didn't. It's still cool.
I should really write this down. I've got a new notebook. I need to.
We'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's a strength save or contested athletics. I think it's a strength save.
Immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack, as part of the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to shove the target with your horns. The target must be within 5 feet of you and no more than one size larger than you. How big is this thing?
It would be a large.
Okay.
So yes.
So it needs to make a strength saving throw.
15.
This would be
Plus
that
0.
is not going to pass. I would like to push it 10 feet away from us into a structure if possible.
Now that you've moved up, the light that you cast does fill up the room a little bit more. You can like barely make out the walls. The room's like approximately like 50, 60, about 40, 50 feet square. But you shove it kind of like back towards the center of the room. You can see there's like broken, scattered weapons kind of strewn about, and but no like central structures of any kind.
Okay.
It's just a big open room.
That's like oddly concerning. And then that's my turn. So
Yeah. That would be Amrix then.
I'm gonna hack away at it again.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna use my other spell slot for Divine Smite again, so I'm just gonna do normals.
Sure. So as Barrick pushes this thing away from you after being big, he's like, fuck.
So 17. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good with the 19 and then the extra, so we're good. So 19, we'll throw that on there. And then...
Definitely hits.
Okay. So then just 1d8.
That would have been a
Javelin
30.
Stuck
Still
in his eyeball.
stuck in its eye.
Yeah. 8! Let's make it great. Or actually, that'll be 8 plus 3, 11.
Nice.
So, yeah. Just poke that javelin right through his eyeball.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And that was your...
Oh,
first
shoot.
attack?
I gotta do it again.
Well, I mean, you don't gotta.
Well, I mean...
But you get to.
Oh, this one doesn't make it. 13.
So sweet. To get the first
Oh.
one, though. 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Where'd you make it?
I have this on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
sorry.
attack.
So 17, 19. Because it was 11 plus 6, 17, and then the 2 is 19. There you go.
Yeah, right that.
Sorry.
Then it does hit.
It does hit. Oh, and this one's only 4.
Oh darn.
Some
Shucks.
damage is better than no damage.
There.
And then I do have a bonus action that I'm gonna wait on.
Sure. And while you wait on that, this creature is going to shift itself a little bit more and kind of try and face the rest of you. It seems slightly disoriented. It's been hit, and parts of it are now like on the ground, and it doesn't seem like it has like a definite type of sight out of this large eye, but a couple of the stalks do kind of like move and look
Ooh.
and scan you as a group.
So go for the eye stalks.
You see one of them starts to glow, and it
Oh, I know what
Shoots out.
this is now.
at Barrick. Barrick, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as this like shimmering green, but like putrid green, sludgy energy impacts your chest. You get it?
You really want to know?
Yes, it did.
I rolled a nat 20 again.
Fantastic. So you only take half damage.
Oh, yay.
36 halved 18.
Oh.
Take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
Well,
As this like sludgy green energy beats into you.
well, that hurts.
Yeah. That is its turn. You hear it just. Picus.
Let's hop out and sneak attack with my short bow. Nat 20.
Wow.
Get here. Get it. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
So, what does that mean?
There's a lot of dice and a lot of math.
Merry
So,
Christmas.
do I also get my sneak attack?
Yes,
plus
you
a
do.
nat 20?
Yeah. So you get to
So
roll.
my regular
You roll all the dice that you need to roll, and then you double that, and then you add any of your relevant modifiers.
Do you need more dice?
I was gonna say.
Well, I'll roll these and then I'll roll them again. I think
There you go.
that's-
It's so satisfying to just roll a bunch of dice at one time,
It
though.
really is. There's so much math going on. Safe, you're up next.
You know what I should have picked as a spell? Counter spell, but I didn't. Instead, I have a
This time. You can't figure it out.
36 damage.
36 damage
From one bolt.
from
One little arrow.
A short bow arrow.
Very
javelin.
precise. Yeah, Robin Hood the javelin as it splits and it splinters and shoots more splinters into the rest of the eye and kind of like tears it open a little bit more. I believe Amrix, you're standing like right in front of it and you can see this like putrid yellow viscous eyeball goo start to kind of like trickle down and drip onto the floor. Damn. What a hit. Fantastic. Right, you still have movement and a bonus action if you care to use them.
Can't you attack on your bonus action? As a rogue?
If she was like two-hand
Mike-
fighting.
Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Use your offhand. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna hide again.
Oh man.
Roll a stealth check.
15.
Fantastic. Safe.
All right. I'm going to do. Hang on a second. I'm going to run up. Is it touch? No, it's not. Sweet. So I'm going to look at you, Amrix, and I'm going to be like, "Go faster!" And I'm going to cast haste on him. So basically, what that means
Oh shit.
is that your speed is double. You have a +2 to your AC, advantage on Dex saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each of your turn. So basically,
3 of them?
I would have loved to do 2 attacks per turn.
so now you get 3 attacks per turn,
Oh, and guess what? I'm going to use Branding Smite this time.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
and then but you can either do 1 weapon attack or you can use the dash, disengage, hide, like option. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
wants
I'm
to.
giving you 3 attacks per turn, +2 to your AC, because you're up close and personal,
Uh-huh.
and then your movement is doubled, so you can run in circles.
This is going to be great.
All right.
Thank you.
And then I'm also going to do the same thing I did the last turn with the rune, the war rune,
Yeah.
and give us all again a double +2 to the attack bonus.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is it +4 now, or is it?
No, it's just
It's
a
just-
+2.
it's just-
So
it's
it would have
just a +2
ended,
for everybody.
and then I buffed it again.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so that's about
But
almost all.
then
I
a
can do.
+4 for me.
No,
No.
so your AC is +2 and your attack roll is +2
Two.
on the first roll you
Roll.
make.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, I
Sweet.
mean, I don't know. It doesn't say.
I don't
first
believe
roll.
it stacks.
Well,
I think it
yes,
has
it
to
doesn't
be-
stack. One's attack, one's AC. So.
Okay.
Well, no, I meant like, is it every time he rolls an attack roll, or is it just the first time he rolls an attack roll against that creature? That was my question.
I think it's just the
First
first
roll?
one,
Okay,
but
that
yeah,
makes
go ahead
sense.
and double check that. In the meantime, Barrick.
Well, as a
We're back at the
bonus,
top.
action, I would be like, "Ay, Jesus, that fucking hurt," and I'm going to, as a bonus action, use Healing Word
Yeah.
upon myself. However, I'm going to cast it as a 3rd level
Sure.
because that hurt.
3d4.
Yeah, 3d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
All right. Give yourself a little pep talk.
Little,
All
yeah,
right.
all right. Oh, you got you in the first half. Not gonna lie. Oh, come on. Big money, big money, big money. Triple 4s. So that's going to be 12 plus my spellcasting ability modifier of 3. So 15 damage. I know how to do math.
There you go.
So I'm going to get 15 health back.
There you go.
Okay. So it's every time you use an attack roll. It doesn't specify.
3 attack.
Yeah. So every attack roll.
Goodness.
And how the eye stalk
Mhm.
that shot me,
Sure.
is it within reach?
It's on the top of the
Yeah.
head, sort of. There's multiples of them, and I would say you'd have to get up a
I have
bit.
to like jump.
Yeah, it's probably about like 10 to 15 feet to get to the top of its head,
Okay.
because it is hovering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's not gonna work. I am just I guess I'm just gonna swing again.
Okay.
Yet again, axe side.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
It's gonna be 11 slashing damage,
Okay.
and then yet again, hammer horns. So strength save.
18. With a +0.
Nice. It beats it. So that's it.
All right, Amrix.
So we're gonna cast Branding Smite,
Yeah.
which makes my weapon gleam with astral radiance as you strike. All right, so we get to do this 3 times. 5. So the first one misses. That's 13.
See, there's like this.
Did you add the +2?
That's with the +2.
There's this
Sadly.
faint shimmering, like crackle of energy starting to like swirl around the edge of your axe.
Do we not get? Well, no, I guess not flanking because we're both
You're
on it. Yeah, but
you're,
we're both
you're
in
both
front.
there, but you're both kind of
Yeah.
looking
Okay.
at each other. You're not opposites, unless you wanted to make a move to strafe around.
It's already past my turn right now, so I could say as he swings, I
Fair.
like shoot underneath it, but
All right, so hopefully the second one does better. Oh yes, that's a 23.
3 hits.
And so that's a D8 and 2D6s, right?
yes.
6, 12, 13 on that one.
Nice.
And then I gotta go one more time.
Yup, you're hasted.
Hasted. Oh, and that one's 27.
Damn. All right.
And we'll do this again. Oops.
Oh, nice.
11, 22.
All right. This thing is looking rough.
Beat.
It is. Yeah. If it had blood, I'd say it was looking bloody.
But it's just oozing.
But it's just there's like pus that like kind of dribbles out from some of the wounds, and it is not pleasant. I'll let him know what happens with haste after haste is ended.
Yeah, I mean,
So at this point, it is going to start to drift upward away from you. You guys will both get one opportunity attack as it tries to get out of your way.
If you're casting a spell, I'm a warcaster, so I can use spells as attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
Cool.
I was like, I need that.
Warcaster's a good one to pick.
Yeah, if you're a spellcaster, absolutely. So, both Amrix and Barrick, you each get an attack of opportunity against this thing as it starts to drift its way upward. It was confident at first, and it is not liking the fact that you are fighting back as hard as you can. It's gonna
Cast it
move.
as a third level.
I got a question.
Sure.
Will this be caged by the iron bands of binding?
You don't know.
Um,
You make an Arcana check real quick. Just go ahead.
oh, I was about to I'm just going.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. So for my attack of opportunity, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it and use up my last third level spell slot,
Okay.
which is going to be, if I hit,
+2.
it's going to be 18 to hit.
18 hits.
It's going to be 66 radiant damage. It's gonna be 23 radiant damage.
Then Amrex.
Yeah, so my arcane was 13, so I don't know then, do I?
No. You feel fairly confident maybe it will? It's, you haven't really played with it yet.
Nah.
You don't know the constraints and limitations of this.
But if he can
fantastical little thing.
float, he can just float away with my item. I'm just gonna hit him with my axe one more time.
Sure.
Oh, and I believe I have another spell slot, so I will do. Can I do Divine Smite again?
I believe you can.
Are we just gonna hit him with like 50
Oh,
plus radiant damage?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're just gonna.
You have so many divine smites to use per day with your.
You've only used one divine smite, haven't you?
Yeah, I've only
Yeah.
used one.
Yeah, you should get 2 per day.
Well,
at
you
level.
use the.
Okay.
Well, you actually cast branding smite. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my cast, my divine.
True.
So that's the other. That's my kind of my bonus action, my divine smite. Okay, here we go. Come on, one more good hit. 6 plus 2 still? Yes.
That's my
18.
turn.
That'll hit.
So that's 2 d8s and 3 d8s plus 3. Here we go. Come on, big boy. 6, 11, 15, 18. Show Papa some money.
So he tries to run away and we just
And we still beat
destroy
the hell out of him.
him.
No, I don't think so. Come back. Frack! We're not done playing with you yet. You haven't even brought out the big hammer yet, have you?
Yeah, I have. That's what I've been using.
As these two, as these two lay in the final blows to this creature before it tries to get up and away, the amount of divine energy that you both channel and focus up into it, you have almost like a crossing the streams moment, and the entire room starts to become illuminated and it glow as it's almost too bright to bear
Oh, glad I'm hiding.
as this channels up into the body of the creature. You can see cracks and fissures start to poke through all of the crevices and gaps in its fleshy body. As it swirls, it does fire out. I need you two to make dexterity saving throws because you two are
Directly underneath it.
like basically underneath it.
Yeah.
So I need dex saves.
So basically underneath it, so we can't be hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have line of sight on us because
Does
we're
not have a line of sight on you because it's starting to spin and swirl. There's a wobble to it, but
Oh my god. We're underneath.
Oh.
Oh,
Please
no.
don't tell me. That's a 7.
okay. Thank God.
It's an 8, but.
Alright. 24.
24.
take 31 points of force damage.
Good.
Halved for you would be 15. As this dark beam, it almost looks like charcoal dust, sprays across the room. You see like a carves line into the wall, penetrating it all the way, literally disintegrating it as it travels. Before this thing explodes in a burst of flesh and light and
Oh man.
goo.
I just got the
I was
goo
just
out.
gonna say,
I just got
so
the
much
goo out.
goo. So
right
much
underneath.
goo.
I know.
As well, all but Picus get splattered.
Oh.
Pikes hide tiny behind Zaith.
Oh my god.
Did you die?
No. But I literally just vomit blood everywhere.
That's all right. I'm doing the full Ghostbusters thing. I've got like goo and it's just dripping, and I'm like, oh man.
Standing in the center of the room amongst the remains, you notice that there's another path, another like hallway off of this chamber, and where the line was carved, you see it come across an area where you see more like rubble, exposing a portion of another hallway off of this room as well.
Well,
I'm going to look over at Barrick and be like,
I've got yeah.
if you were doing a numerical number, I'm sitting at about 7.
Yeah.
I can lay hands, and that's 25.
I think I'd say that for more of a
Okay.
just a like a
I can do prayer of healing.
yeah.
It's gonna take 10 minutes, but
Do we want to take a short rest right here then?
I mean, it's all it takes is 10 minutes. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take the time to cast a prayer of healing
Sure.
onto Zaith,
Yeah.
and you're going to get
So in this 10 minutes while that's going on, Amrix, Picus,
16 hit points back.
Are there any good weapons on the floor of the old?
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to do it to both of them because it's up to 6 creatures. So
So every
Sweet.
you guys both get 16 hit points back, and then
Fantastic.
Picus didn't get touched. So
Yeah.
Picus
I
used
did,
me as a
I got
human
half.
goo shield.
Yeah.
oh,
So-
then sorry. Yeah,
Still caught a bit.
everybody gets 16 points of healing back.
Well, then there you go.
Full strength.
Nice.
Thanks, Willy Willy.
I'm still down by 50.
Picus, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
That was a cool way to finish that.
That was fucking wild. Yeah, is there anything else around the room?
14.
I would also like to investigate. if that's
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, there's not much in this room as far as like stuff is concerned. You do see that there's broken parts of weapons. None of them are usable. They've been down here for so long that like the metal's pitted. Even if it's relatively useful, like there's a couple of daggers. You pick one up and it's just the hilt, and the blade stayed on the ground. You're like, oh well, shit.
If you, as she's looking, would be like, if you find my throwing hammer, I'd gladly take that back.
You do find a small throwing hammer, like all the way in the far, down here in the corner.
I missed.
So I like toss it on the floor.
Catch!
It's made for throwing.
For me, I have to like slide it.
Yeah.
And like fling it on the ground. So that
Well, it's a throwing hammer. So for you, it would be a little big, but yeah, you can.
In my hands, it looks like a ball peen, but
Yeah.
I need to.
My
I need.
javelin is split.
That's why I
Your
wanted to
javelin
grab
is.
those
Go on.
casts.
Got obliterated.
I want to make
Yeah.
size throwing hammers.
Could I look around and see if I can like glean anything from like the architecture or like if there any writing on the walls or anything that's figure out like who made this, what time is it from, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That's like not necessarily looking for items, but more of just like what is this place and why is there a giant slimy eyeball creature down here?
For sure.
Because that seems unknown.
As you kind of try to get a sense of what this room is or anything about it, go ahead and make a history check.
Oop. 18 plus 21.
21. You don't see any like writing or carving on the walls, but you've seen places like this before. This would have been like a storeroom, underground storage before more technologies have been upgraded, building structure-wise. Something this far out would have been like a refugee encampment for prolonged but temporary stay. The underground tunnels act as almost like a refrigeration and dry storage.
So it's like a root cellar.
Kind of like a root cellar, yeah. But could be used for storage of any kind.
I want to go
As far as what this thing is that's down here, the amount of rubble that you've come across, and just the general.
This is the doorway.
Yeah.
It's so far away from any kind of civilization. This thing could have just kind of decayed into this state, got trapped down here.
Either way,
Who knows how long?
Okay.
And just over
but I'm
time.
guessing this is just gonna be.
But I don't think it's the thing that was like the bear that outside. It's like some separate thing.
No, the other room was very clearly like
Okay, that's like okay,
a
gotcha.
bear's den, but the rubble would have prevented either of the two,
This is something different over here.
getting at each other.
Okay.
All right. So do we clear the rubble, or do we go into the other room?
A good portion of this rubble had gotten cleared
By
in
our
its
blast.
in its final blast.
Okay, so we don't have any more rubble to clear. We can. There's there's two.
You can kind of like push
I
a
vote.
bit of this.
I vote for
away.
going through the door that was blocked. Pardon me.
What's that, you?
I say we go through the door that was blocked because there could be something back there. We don't know what blocked it. It could have been overtime. It could have been this thing that we won't be told what it is, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
But so Amrex, after like during that 10 minute meal pairing, you feel like you like chugged a bunch of coffee and then had a caffeine crash, and you basically go like zhoof, and like die down, and for like a minute you can't take an action. So like,
Okay.
does that make sense? It's like if it happened during combat, you would basically be immobile for a minute, but since it happened out of combat, it's more of just like
So I'm like,
You took a
you
nap.
basically got off your caffeine buzz.
You took an apple. We were healing you. So.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So
Quick 5-minute, 10-minute power nap.
Power nap.
yeah.
What happened? What are we doing? Where are we going?
Sure. We were going
So
through
like if
that
I
door.
like lose
Alright.
concentration, then it happens like instantaneous.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Whatever. Let's go. What's next?
Yeah. I want to go through the rubble.
All right.
Whatever. You
As you
say.
head down through another like very short passageway, you kind of step over some of these rocks. Coming into another room, smaller than the one that you were in, but a little bit bigger than the bear den. You see there's a massive pile of like in decent condition, like goods. You see like crates, barrels, bags, satchels, a couple of chests. You see there's two more pathways that lead off to either side. Yeah.
I want to walk up to one of the chests, and I'm going to tap it first with
Give it a little-
give it a little tap tap,
Okay.
Tip, tip, tip.
and then I would like to open it and observe its contents.
Sure. As you tap it, you just hear,
Okay.
sounds like wood. Sounds like it's got stuff in it. Doesn't sound hollow.
Is there any markings or anything on them that we can see? Like it belongs to somebody?
You see,
Are they older?
go ahead and make an investigation check.
Are they newer?
They look
I
fairly
mean, if you
new.
don't want to roll that, I roll a nat 20 again.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not
shit,
using that
so.
dice anymore.
Is it
Okay.
no longer fun?
No, it's not.
As far as investigation goes,
I almost rolled 20 up.
yeah, I got 6. So
You see some markings, but there's like nothing. There's nothing familiar about them. You don't really recognize some of the language in it. Some of them are just like a symbol.
are they our size or are they giant size?
It looks like they vary a little bit. I mean, in the sense that if it's giant, what's the difference between a hip pouch and like an over-the-shoulder satchel?
Yeah.
I refuse to accept that I rolled a nat 20, so we just
Sure, go ahead. And,
I want to open the chest.
but yeah, go ahead and.
I stand back and brace for my shield because I don't know what's the. Have fun.
Everybody make a wisdom save. No.
Sorry.
No, inside you find quite a bit of coin.
Like modern coin? Like usable
currency.
tender?
Yes.
Okay.
Legal tender.
No, we leave that for Blackbeard.
You find 650 silver.
Whoa!
740 copper. And 287 gold.
I was gonna say,
within the contents of the chest.
Okay, and how many chests? You said there were like 3 down here?
I believe there's 2 chests.
So that was the first chest.
I'm gonna open the second one. But I'm just gonna open it. I'm not giving it a tap.
Okay.
Because I am excited about gold.
It is locked.
It is locked?
I can unlock it.
I could probably unlock it.
yeah.
So the one that you went to initially was already like it was a fairly simple, more wooden one. This other chest has like reinforced iron like bars around it. It's a much sturdier.
As much as I want to break it open. Hey, Pike!
I'll pick it
Let's.
Yeah.
with my thieves' tools.
Yeah.
I still hide behind my shield. I don't.
What do I use for that?
It's your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Oh, yeah,
So,
see, there it is
roll
right
plus dex
there.
mod plus proficiency bonus.
Yep.
It's that one right there.
Yeah.
Don't open that one.
You should have a thieves tool thing on there. But we'll hash that later.
11.
11. It takes a while. You're fiddling with it, fumbling with it. It's hard to like suss this lock out. You're not familiar with it. It's made differently than most of the locks that you've come in contact with before. Something about Jotunheim lock technology seems to elude you. Unfortunately, it stays locked.
Should I try to wreck it? If you
I
can't
have an
get it
idea.
open?
Okay, what's your idea, Zayth?
So I have this rod that won't move. And I say we stick it to the wall and tie a rope around it and drop it.
I just feel like
To see if it'll unlock. To break the lock.
Go ahead, because otherwise I'm just gonna.
Or I also know I'll take my
The lock is like integrated into the banding on the chest itself.
Hold on a second.
okay.
Can
Because my other idea would be to like do Ray of Frost and then just take the rod and be like have someone like smack it. Freeze it and smack it.
I call the smacking.
Can I do a? Hold on.
If you give me an hour, I can learn to spell lock.
to try to like rip it open, would you call that just a straight strength, or would you call that in athletics?
You're just trying to like.
Just trying to straight.
I thought I had something I could.
Yeah, I don't know that spell, so.
Oh, can I use my divine sense to see if
It's a holy lock.
or well,
There is a hole in it.
Yeah.
What spell is that?
If it was
anything
holy,
that's
we'd have
affected
to
by
try
the
to get it
hollow spell or no location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. This is not behind total cover. Or no. Because I don't want it to be like voodooed.
But that's just half the fun.
I don't think it's voodoo.
Your definition of fun is very different than mine.
You are correct.
Alright, so my other idea would be just to freeze the entire thing and then have him smack it with the hammer.
Yeah. You
Can
guys do what you want.
Go for
I'm
it.
Go for it.
Can I try it? Can I
I
try
am,
my things first?
hiding
'Cause
behind
it's
my
gonna
shield.
involve that,
I got
and
a
it's
bad
going
feeling
to
about
involve using feat of strength.
I mean, if you want to try that first, mine can be the last resort.
Sure.
So I am going.
Because we went from directly to trying to pick it to let's destroy this box.
I am going to cast enhance ability on myself.
Okay.
Give myself bull strength, which gives me advantage on strength checks, and then I am going to pick this chest up, grab anything I can on opposite ends, and then use feat of strength, which is going to
Just-
add a plus 20 to my roll.
Oh my god. Yes. Go for it.
And that is going to be a 38.
Disgusting.
Wow.
As the rest of you stand around here, Barrick's just like, do this. Be nice. Strong. Ha.
Can I go like, is there like an old fire I can like get some ash and like
Go
there's-
the full Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, closer to where the rubble was.
Yeah.
There's enough like dusty debris, and you can chalk up, and you find just enough of a grip on your fingers, and start to pull. You're like, no, you readjust. You start to pull, and you can feel the bend. You can feel it start to give. And you're just like, yeah. You dig in and just, with a final burst,
just bellowing?
shatters the portion of the bands, and it's like some of the splinters go flying off.
And it's empty.
Well, as you hold two parts of this chest, some of it does fall to the ground. You hear the breaking of glass.
Damn it.
And
You just released a spirit on us.
various liquids are now
Oh,
melding
no, it's-
together at your feet.
It's poison. We're gonna die.
I'm gonna step back a little bit.
I told you.
Eats a hole in the floor.
I told you, bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, my idea was to freeze it.
That was regardless. Did any of them not break?
One of them did not break.
Cool.
Do we know what it is?
Going to tenderly grab that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like look at the two pieces and just be like, throw them to the side, and like,
The bottle that you pick up is a much hardier bottle. It's a thicker glass. Looks like it's tempered. It's probably about a 750 ml
Okay.
bottle.
So it's a hand. It's a fifth.
What?
It's
Yeah,
a fifth.
it's like a short, squat bottle, but it's a thick, heavy glass, fairly opaque. It's kind of like a dark greenish, blackish color of glass. So you can't see what's inside it, but you can hear that you give a little shake. It's full.
While you guys are doing that, I was over at the one with all the change in it, making piles for everybody.
One.
I basically opened it and just went, money, and then I just walked over to the other one.
Could I sense if anything's magical in the area, or detect magic or anything like that?
Anything else magical besides these?
Yeah.
Besides the fact that there's broken potions on the ground.
Casting detect magic.
I was gonna ritualistically cast it,
Sure.
so it'll take me
Yeah.
10 minutes. But
Yeah, that's fine. You take the time to cast around a little bit.
Could I perception the bottle to see if there's like a label or anything on it?
Yeah. There's a very simple label on it.
I rolled an 18 base,
Yeah.
so.
You speak giant.
Yes.
It's a batch number. It is a fine, albeit rustic gin.
Okay.
As you get your detect magic up, the now unsalvageable potions that have mixed into the stone and in the floor, you do see that there. You gather that there was like a healing potion. There was a potion of flying.
Damn it.
There was a
One
vial
fly.
of poison as well that had gotten mixed into that and will not be usable.
I just stare at it and go, "Aw." It's like, ugh.
But we got gin.
But
We got the gin.
now
Gin.
that I've seen that there's no booby traps, I start going through some of the other parcels and bags and satchels and things.
Yeah, you find you find a few scrolls that have.
Give those to Zayd.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, you'll we'll get that.
Oh, by the way, I get advantage on any strength saving throw for the next in-game hour.
Fabulous.
So you just go around breaking things?
Start. You need this opened?
No, Barrett, no.
There's like clothes and some extra dry goods that you would use as like on the road snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah, so you get more snacks. There's a couple packs of like tools and specifically there's an herbalism kit. There is a set of tinker's tools.
Ooh.
You know which one
there-
Zayd wants.
There's also a pan flute and there's like a couple of empty journals.
Like, my org.
Just give that chest to her.
It's fine.
I mean, I don't know. If you
Those were in some of just like the general like packs and stuff.
All right. Does this room smell any worse, better than any of the other rooms we've been in? About the
This
same?
room smells a lot better than the other
Okay.
rooms. Although off of one of the passages there is a bit of an odor.
Yeah, so that we're pretty sure that other passage
That's a
is
doo-doo
it's a
spot.
bathroom room.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to
Do we want to go up and explore that
look
room,
at
that other room?
The room with the bloody something or other in it?
I say, why not? Let's do it.
I officially put myself in the backs of the backs.
What?
I am still a little hurt, so I want to be sandwiched between the big uns.
Okay.
You're still sitting. You're still. How much damage did you? Oh, you took like 31 damage.
There was a lot.
I like it little. I don't know if you rolled that, but if you were rolled any more, I've been like, poof.
I rolled low.
I know. Good. I know.
I have a feeling you
We'll
rolled
take-
low on the raid that I hit. Took 2. Like,
That one less so.
yeah,
Either way.
that hurt.
So we're headed towards.
Where's the other room?
Okay.
Yeah, so
yeah,
we'll go back.
going
easily
up
accessible.
into the east.
Yeah. We'll go check that one out. Because there's some it looks like there's some more
There could be some stuff in there.
it looks like there's a backpack
green backpack.
A green backpack.
I like green.
Is indeed. There's a green backpack. There's the remnants of like a small campfire. There is a body, in fact.
A
It
giant
looks like
body?
it is a giant.
Okay.
It's a frost giant. I mean, it's still fairly cold in there, so it seems to have been preserved a little bit. You can do a medicine check if you like to
I'll do a
discern.
medicine check.
Sure.
15?
15. It's probably been there for at least a week.
Okay.
So it's not super fresh.
Not super fresh.
Was the person in this room able to get to the room that we were just in?
Much more easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go through this dead body stuff.
As I look around the room, I see there's another passageway.
There is.
While everybody's going through that stuff, I'm gonna wander down the passageway
Sure.
and see what's back there.
Seemingly devoid of any other markings. Luckily, not a bathroom this time.
Yes, it smelled better.
It actually smells pretty good. There's good airflow through this particular chamber and hall passageway. What you do find at the end of that little alcove is a rather large jug, probably about yay big.
You said a gem?
A jug, like a large clay jug. It's got a pretty big cork in the top and several smaller corks that jut in and out from the sides.
Ah, okay.
It's got some pretty nice glaze work on it.
Is there any markings or anything on it that I'd recognize? I don't speak giant.
No language on it in any way, shape, or form other than just kind of a very simple, like, banded color. It does seem like it's an unusual amount of, like, spouts and corks for, like, a single jug.
It just seems unnecessary.
It's like, you look at it and it's like, that's weird.
That sounds like a magic item.
No, but it's huge, right?
He said it's
It's big for a jug.
I'm thinking like a moonshine jug. Like,
Yeah, we're talking like
Okay.
like 2 to 3 ish gallon size. Like if you were to imagine an amount of liquid to go into it.
Okay. So so I see it, and so I go back and report to Zaith, and I'm like, hey, I think there's some kind of magic elixir jug back here. It's got corks. It looks really weird.
Give me a second. I was gonna go through that guy's
Oh yeah.
the body, just see if I can find like a name or anything on him.
I'm gonna as she starts to go through the body, I'm just gonna like pat her on the back, and when I do, quietly cast Cure Wounds. And so that's gonna be
Okay, so you going through his backpack then?
Yeah, like just all his stuff.
All
To
right.
see if I can figure out who he is.
I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
have one
we'll
second level spell slot.
Yeah.
we'll go through all the good. We'll go through all the stuff.
The pack is a traveler's pack.
Mhm.
You get 12
It's he's only got 2 rations left in there. There's an empty canteen there as well. If you need an extra water skin, but it does have the rest of the things like the
Just like a
rope and some extra torches and things.
In my medicine check of how long he's been dead, could I also glean what the mechanism of his demise was?
Oh, he was pierced many times with very sharp implements and bled out.
Okay, so this guy was murdered.
I say, there's been a murder in the cave.
glad.
I do declare.
Alright, and then I will go over to the jug and cast Identify on it.
Lovely. And I'm looking through the stuff.
I'm just looking through all the others.
I'm just rifling.
I go with Zayd because I'm interested in this this jug with all the quirks.
This is an alchemy jug.
Alchemy jug?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Super fun. I'll hand you the specs on that in just a moment.
Ooh. Okay.
You're like,
I have so many things that I can tinker with.
Was that chest magical, or was it just really well locked the first time? The one that I tore open.
It was just
Very well locked.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
just a very secure thing. It had, you could see like there were small compartments in it to help make
Try
travel
to
for
stop those
like
from
delicate
taking.
items safe.
Whoops.
It's essentially just like a traveling safe trunk.
Whoops.
And you just
Not so safe.
no, not so safe.
What's in the bags and stuff?
Just like traveling gear.
Okay.
Yeah, traveler's pack.
Before we cut, what the fuck was that thing?
Oh, there's a holder zombie.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beholder zombie.
So basically, like a pre-death tyrant.
Nasty. Well, thank you all for coming on this lovely adventure and enjoying a nice little romp.
Love a good romp.
Right? It bears repeating.
Does bear repeating.
That was
It has
amazing.
been so much fun this far. I cannot wait to see what lies ahead for the group. And thus, we will end it for this year. We will see you all next time on the other side.
See you next year.
Stay in your lane.